Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. Shalawam, Shalawam. I'll begin the lesson in about 2 minutes. Let brothers and sisters get up in here. Share the live out real quick. And this will not be a long one, man. You know, I had in mind for this to be about 30 minutes or, a little longer, but based upon the spirit, right? So a brother asked me a good question. Hey, before we even start, always, facing the east towards the holy city. All praises be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. And shalom to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. All right, it's your brother Yoram Kazak, back with hopefully another edifying lesson through the strength, spirit, and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kakadash. All right, hey, shalom, bro. So, man, the question that the brother right there just asked me, I was like, man, that's a great lesson, right? How do we wage war? So we're going to go into it, which I gave you 3 precepts, but we're going to go into it deeper because that is a beautiful, point to let our brothers and sisters know how to properly do this thing, right? So I'm going to give about a minute or 2 for brothers to get up in here, and then we will begin. Lesson today is how do we wage war? Where that boy Yasharahla at, man? I gotta talk to him. I just started the boys. Man, when I'm telling you, that mess is wild. That mess is wild. All right. Yeah, to show the boys. Yeah, I just started it, man. I'm on episode 5. Nah, I'm on episode 4, like the middle of it. Don't say nothing, though. All right. I will block you. Don't say nothing. Hey, it's fire little show, man. It's another reason why Edomites don't deserve no damn powers. Because they wicked as hell. They are wicked as hell, man. Let me gotta plug up my phone. Oh, if it's mine, just put it on the bed. Okay. It's tripping. All right, let's get into it. He's at the end. Kawam. Man, hey, do not summon Kawam. Kawam is I'm going to nickname him Spoiler Alert. That is Kawam. Anything you watching, he will tell you. He will spoil it. Do not summon him. It would be good, that's a good trait of a prophet to tell you the end. But that's not good when we're watching movies, man. All right? And JK, you said, why the Day of Atonement changed? Because I messed up, right? I gave the wrong date. And that's on me, you know. So that's why it didn't change. The correct date didn't change, but I messed it up, you know. So let's get into it. Once again, how do we wage war? Okay. How do we wage war? So I want to start with these 3 precepts, which I gave the brother. And, they're solid. And then we're going to get a couple others. This is 2 Corinthians 10:4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through power to the pulling down of strongholds. Now, with that being said, what are we doing? We always say this. We're fighting strongholds. We're fighting things that you cannot see. So a carnal individual can't get it, can't understand it, can't comprehend it, right? Let's go to Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, all right, Israelites, brothers and sisters, that's what brethren means. Be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. So be strong in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Put on the whole armor of power, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Now, going to that word a couple times before, let's do it again. Wiles, what is it? Cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery. Okay, his plots, his tactics, his what? His travesty. All right, wow, lie in wait, right? His methods. All right, at the end of the day, his methods. Let's listen to the Greek.
Strong's G 3180, methodia.
Methodia. You can see the word method in the word methodia, in the Greek word, right? Zane, be quiet. Okay? His methodia, his method. So you got to stand against those. That's also, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. That goes along with his methods, his ways, his tactics. Such as, brothers may, yeah, man, I keep the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of my ability, man. I don't eat no pork. But you eating sausages with pork casing in it. You didn't even recognize it. You know what I'm saying? It'd be little things like that. You couldn't even pick that up. But you thinking that you keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes. But your ignorance has you still eating gummy worms, which are made from pork. Still eating Doritos, which have pork in them. Still eating, these type of things. Jello, which has pork in it. Yogurt, which certain brands of yogurt has the pork in it. You know what I'm saying? So, Satan has many. Go back to the word, man. Craftiness, deceit. It's to deceive you. It's not going to be front page news. It's going to come in a trick way. Okay? It's going to come in a trickery way. Now, verse 12. For we wrestle against, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. We are not fighting against anything carnal. The fight ain't with a physical YT man. All right? Yeah, we know we will have to put boots to his ass eventually when we have those spiritual powers. But first and foremost, you got to understand. It's principalities, demons, and things of that nature that has set him up. Because Yahweh has ordained these spirits to set him up. Has ordained, like the Russians, they're back in that spirit of let's get busy. They're back in that spirit. These are spirits created for vengeance. So these are the things that were going on. Now we understand these spirits must come on these nations, right? These type of demons must come on these nations. But you should not have these demons on you. These nations are lustful. They practice lasciviousness. They practice adultery. They practice idolatry, right? They practice fornication, okay? They practice all these type of things, man. They do not care for the laws of the Most High. But your fellow Israelite brother, you should not be doing these practices. So therefore, those demons that may be on these nations, they should not be on you. And this is why you have to fast and pray. Yahweh Shah told you that. Let's get it. And if you're taking notes, then I'm going to say these scriptures for you. This is Matthew 17, and we're going to start at 19. Matthew 17 and 19. Then came the disciples to Yahweh Shah apart and said, why could not we cast him out? And Yahweh Shah said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Now that mountain is referring to a government, a governing authority, an authority figure. And a demon on an individual is an authority figure. That's a governing figure on that individual. When you understand what a governor is set up to govern, to set how affairs in the area goes. So if you have a demon of lasciviousness on you, it's there to govern your actions. You understand? That's what's going on. So therefore, it's a mountain on your body. It's a mountain on your body. And you gotta what? How do you get some things like that off? Howbeit, this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. So going back to the point of our warfare, it's spiritual. You have to pray and fast certain things off. You have to starve these demons out. You have to go to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Call upon the names. Show these demons. You truly do believe in faith. You truly have faith. You truly do believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah 100%. You're not slacking over here. Right? So let's go to the next precept. Ephesians 6 and 17. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of power. So go to the word to fight demons. Pray and fast. While doing that, you go to the word even more. You understand? You got to stay in the word, man. I said this on my YouTube lesson this morning, yo. You want to wake up and stay in the spirit. It never wants to be a moment where, you not really in it in that sense. Now, have a balance, of course, but you don't want to get too caught up into something where you're not saying the names or you're not in the spirit in that sense, right? Always remember, try to say the names every hour, man. Every hour that you awake, try to say Kal Halam La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Okay? I mean, every hour that you're doing something, you should be thanking him for something. You know, when at night, when I relax, I sit back. I'm playing a couple games right now. I'm playing this war game, Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, right? You know, it's about like taking over the map, taking over civilizations, taking over cities and stuff like that. I thank Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah for allowing me to have time of pleasure, for allowing me to chill out and sit back, sip a little bit of wine and watch The Boys and watch Invincible and kick it with the kids, and relax with the rib. The water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. I thank him for these moments. Every single moment. And everything we give him the glory. Because guess what? I could have a reprobate mind. I could have hella demons on me. Because I didn't fight correctly. I didn't fight properly. You have to fight. You have to consistently fight. Right? So the third precept is Hebrews 4 and 12. For the word of power is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. What does this word do? This word is like a fire out of our mouth, and it burns them because they are like wood, right? Piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. It cuts them to the core and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. The word helps you discern an individual. Now, I don't look at an individual and just look at him and be like, whatever. No, I go off the word. I go off what the scriptures say. And then I apply it to my discernment. I apply it to my analyzation of him, the judgment of him, right? Because you are judging. You are making a judgment every time you see somebody, right? I had a brother, Shalawam to the brother Shakam, came in my DMs yesterday, and he was like, hey, bro, you GMS? And I'm like, I'm affiliated. But his judgment, and he was like, Shalawam, his judgment was that you sound like Great Millstone. You sound like the brothers. You could tell when brothers are under the right elders. Brothers are under the right leadership, because it's going to come off correctly. The doctrine is going to be solid. My brothers speak the same thing that I speak. You understand? They ain't saying nothing different. Well, sometimes we have individuals come up, man. It'd be me and Kakama or whatever. Come up, and some individual coming alive. Or that one time that dude came up and was trying to get on a door. And I was like, I'm saying the same thing my brother's saying. And my brother's saying the same thing I'm saying. Right? Exactly. Can two walk together unless they be agreed? And we agree upon one another. So if I say it, I know my brother going to say the same thing. He might say it a different way, but it's going to be the same point. It's going to be the same thing, because we have the same mind. Now, where does the scriptures tell you that? Let's get it. And like I said, it's a quick one. So lucky if I sound like I'm rushing or anything, but this is Philippians 2:5. Philippians 2:5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Hamashiach Yahushai. So we have that same type of mind that's in our King. We do the same type of thing as Yahushai and Yahushai are. Yahweh and Yahushai are. They are one, meaning in mind, in understanding, in thoughts, right? That's what an image is. Image means likeness in ways. So they move in the same type of way. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that's understood, that our weapons are not carnal. They're spiritual. Now, furthermore, let's get a couple more to touch on it a little bit more. Let's say, okay, let's give a scenario, right? You got a female. You dealing with her. I get that first before I even go into the scenario. 1 Corinthians 1:10. Let's get that real quick. 1 Corinthians 1:10, and it reads, Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach, that ye all speak the same thing, and that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment. Exactly. This is why when we have a brother that's speaking contrary and different, he must not be with us. How could you be a part of us if you're speaking contrary to the doctrine? You're speaking contrary to the understanding. You're speaking contrary to the scriptures. Then how are you joined in this body? You don't have the same mind of Hamashiach. Yahushua came in the volume of the book. He is the word. Every piece of it. The Old Testament, the Apocrypha, the New Testament. He is all of that. All right? He understands it all. He knows it all. He believes and trusts, and he co-signs it all. That's him. So when you speak of it, you're speaking of him. So he ain't going to go contrary or contradict anything that was said in the scriptures. None of the scriptures contradict. So Jeremiah is not going to contradict Ezekiel. Ezekiel is not going to contradict Isaiah. Isaiah is not going to contradict Daniel. Nobody is going to be going at one another. Right? So going back to the point of our weapons being spiritual. Going back to the scenario. You got a female, right? You've been dealing with her 2 years, 3 years. I mean, bad little junk, Y'all married because y'all doing what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? She believes in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. That's a marriage. Ain't no paperwork. All right? Intercourse sealed the deal. That's yours. That's your rib. So she steps out. She steps out. You come home. You catch her in the bed with another so-called brother. Situation like that. Now, what are you supposed to do? You do not lay hands on them. All right? Because what? In this civilization, we are in Babylon. You know, yeah, you might, man, kick his ass out or whatever, kick her out, boom, boom, get the fuck out my house, boom, boom, boom. But you don't take it upon you to carry out the law and to unalive them as the law says, because you are in captivity. Now, let's go to Exodus 14 and 14. You have to what? And this is where faith comes in. Yahweh shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. If you believe in the law, if you believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, and you believe that he is justice, you believe that true justice will be served, and you understand, and she knows better, and he knows better, then guess what? They both dead already. If they don't repent, they both dead already. It's over. All right? It's done. It's over with. They're both done. Let that be. You know? That was just a test. That was just a test that involved some stress. That's all it was. We are not told to put our hands on nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's self-defense. Somebody come up to camp and they getting aggressive and they swing, hey, beat their ass, man. You know what I'm saying? Beat their ass, shit. Hey, you make sure they don't never want to swing on you again. You understand? But we ain't told to, you know, we not going to be the first one. We not going to lash out. You understand? So we don't bring any blame to the ministry. Yeah, it's not your girl. It's not your, yeah. Don't get mad. It's not your girl. It's your turn. You know? And if she knows the law, then she knows she already dead. She committed adultery. They done. They're done. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai will bring a judgment upon them. He will. So it's situations like that. Situations you can't, we are in a vulnerable state. So let's say Esau do you wrong at the job. He giving somebody else all this overtime. You ain't getting no overtime. He know you got a family. He know you got kids. He know you got this, he got that. He doesn't care. Guess what? You still got to endure through that. You still got to survive through that. You still got to be a man through that. You got to trust Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai through that. Your weapons are not carnal. What you about to do? You about to cuss him out, beat his ass. You still ain't going to get no more hours. You might get fired. You going to get fired. You can't do anything. All you can do is pray and fast. Do you know what's going on at that job? Do you know what's going on with these heathens? Strongholds, principalities, demons. They know you in the truth. Even if they don't know you in the truth, the demons know. So they want to make it hard for you. Because Yahweh is simply testing you. You have to go through tests. How you going to go to school and not go through tests? How you going to go? This is a trial, man. Right? This is a trial. Let's get two more precepts and then we'll wrap it up. This is Romans 8 and 7. As a matter of fact, let's go up some. Matter of fact, let's start at 1. Let's start at 1. We're going to wrap it up over here. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. Because a spiritual man, you can't even judge a spiritual man. He's moving correctly and properly. He judges all things, but he himself is not judged. Because he's moving in the spirit. He's moving correctly. So when we throw a curse on your ass, because you wicked as hell, you can't do shit to us. Are we wrong? Did you not break the law? Did you not deserve that? Did we contradict the scripture? No. If that's the case, then you saying that Elisha was wrong for putting curses on them individuals when they was being mockers, they was being scoffers, bald head. And then you had some she-bears come out, rip them to pieces. Did Elisha get judged? Is something going to come back on him for that? No. He cast a judgment. He cast a curse. He was in the right. He was righteous. He's a spiritual man. They were carnal. They saw the appearance. They judge off the appearance. Okay? Keeping it going. Verse 2. For the law of the spirit of life in Hamashiach Yahushua have made me free from the law of sin and death. So the laws, commandments, and statutes will not save us. We don't rely upon them to save us. We rely on faith and works. So that means, do we make the law not? No, God forbid. We keep the law. We keep the law. We establish the law. But we understand in this flesh, in this captivity, back to the scenario of the woman stepping out on you and you can't do what the law says to do. You know? So we have to have faith. We have to trust Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Right? Because we are in a different setting. We are in a wicked nation that does not adhere to the law. So we keep what we can. Do not beat yourself up if you have to work on the Shabbat. Don't beat yourself up. Right? Verse 3. For what the law could not do in that it was weak through the flesh, power sending his own son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are of the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. What is that? Occupying in prophecies, occupying in judgments, watching judgments happen, watching people get unalive, knowing that's a spiritual thing. Okay? Seeing individuals and their mind is in a slumber. They can't understand the names. They can't understand the truth. They can't understand our culture. Knowing that they are spiritually ignorant. They have no understanding. Right? We looking at them in a spiritual sense. Man, Yahweh just don't like you. To be honest, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua just don't like you, bro. We can see that through the spirit because you can't get it. The scriptures do not resonate with you. You are an outcast. You have a reprobate mind. Just did a lesson on that, 2 days ago or yesterday, I believe? I don't know, man. These days are getting intermingled. I'm just waiting on that day that we up out of here. Right? So keeping it going. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So we don't fight in a carnal sense. We fight in a spiritual sense. Because the carnal mind is enmity against power, for it is not subject to the law of power, neither indeed can be. So you got to hold on to the faith, man. Keep the faith. You got to understand, you got bills piling up. You may have issues with your spouse. You might have issues with kids, can't get your kids. You know what I'm saying? Baby mama drama, whatever it be. You may have issues with whatever, man. We all got different type of crosses to carry. Okay? We all got different type of crosses to carry. Don't fucking whine on the internet. All right? I'm tired of seeing that shit. Don't whine on the internet. You're not spiritual. You're getting caught up in the carnal. And they doing this to me. They done fired me. They did this. You don't trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai? Is he not the creator of all things? You think this little shit is going, oh man, this going to destroy Yahweh, bro. He can't bounce back from this. He can't save me from this. Oh, ye of little faith. Oh, ye of little faith, man. That's what the scriptures say. Because you weak-minded. You feeble-minded. You let this little thing knock you off. Like our power is weak. Our power is not weak. He destroys kingdoms. He destroys entire kingdoms. He created everything. He stretched the heavens, man. And you think he can't get you another job. He stretched the heavens. You think he can't get you another female. You lose your girl. You know, he probably didn't even need to have her, man. She probably wicked as fuck. You think he can't replace that? You act like, man, look, everything's replaceable. Even you, Jake. And he told you the rocks would cry out. The rocks would cry out, man. You ain't special, nigga. That goes to everybody. Me, everybody. We are not fucking special, man. That's the mindset you need to have. You can be replaced. You can be replaced, Jake. Khan, look at the brother. He said Yahweh gave him a contracting job. That's beautiful. He will make a way. Khan. And we ain't saying that in no damn Christian type of way or no Christian type of, you know, the way that they say it. We mean that 100%, man. Faith. Ultimately, at the end of the day, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to destroy America, Babylon. And we believe that. He will make a way for us to get up out this fucking kingdom, man. This wicked kingdom. Romans 8:28, and then I get the other one, and that'll be the last precepts. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, to them who are the called according to his purpose. Right? I don't even know what the brother talking about. I just picked a job today, 700 goats. But hey, congratulations. In your former language, that's beautiful, I guess. Congratulations. Shoot, hey, you need to send me a goat over here in California, man. I need a shoot, I'm for real. I need a goat for for the Feast of Tabernacles, man. I need a goat. I need a whole goat. Shoot. That's what's up. You know? And it's beautiful to see brothers striving and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua blessing them. What is it at the end of the day? It's them. It's you trusting in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Trust me, if you don't trust in him, man, he will set you up for failure. Things might be going good for you just for him to bring you low. So you want to be chastised. You want to go through challenges. You want to go through obstacles to be refined. So going back to the original point is you're not special. Don't think that your shit don't stink. It stinks. Extremely bad. It stinks. It has to be fixed. It has to be cleaned up. 1 Corinthians 10:13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But power is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, bro. Man, don't just read it. Really feel it. From the top. There hath no temptation. I don't give a damn. No temptation taking you, but such as is common to man. But power is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. So the battle that you got is uniquely designed for you, and you can overcome it. Point blank period. Look at Yahushua. He overcame the cross. He overcame that battle. Even when you thought you got these carnal-minded individuals, yeah, they don't unalive the Messiah. I guess he wasn't the Messiah, right? That's how they felt. These dumbass individuals. They didn't really have a faith. They wasn't listening. Didn't he say, I will destroy this temple and raise it up in 3 days? But they was carnal as fuck. Well, he's talking about, man, shut up. You ain't understand what he was saying, man. Right? He told you several times that he had to be sacrificed. He told you when the chick anointed him, she doing what she's supposed to do. She has the sacrifice. The sacrifice had to be anointed. Judas, because Judas was carnal. Judas he couldn't see it. He wasn't spiritual. Shut up, Judas. Go count some money. You wasn't spiritual. You couldn't understand the representation, what was going on. All right? Who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Look, man, I had this one chick. Man, beautiful. You know, tribe of Benjamin. All right? And I like this girl. I really did. But she was cool. She wasn't ratchet. She ain't talk too much. You know, blah, blah. But guess what happened? Out of nowhere, she broke up with me. Out of nowhere. And I wasn't in the truth at the time. Yahweh didn't want that to be with me. And I was hurt. I was like, damn, you know, what's the problem with, you know, boom, because I was a worldly ass dude. I was simping over her in that sense. I was like, nah, I could do better, whatever. What did I do? What was my problem with, you know, boom. Bitch was just tormented in her mind, though. And then, a couple months later, her crib caught on fire. I understand it now because I can see it through the spirit. Right? Yahweh did not like that girl. He tormented her. He tormented her extremely, man. She used to have problems in her mind. He did not like her. I was not supposed to be with her. Right? He will take you from something that you want, but you don't need. That battle is spiritual. Yahweh judges the inward. He weighs the spirits. He can see on the inside. You thinking this is everything you wanted, but it's not what you need. It's everything you wanted, but it's not what you need. And we all deal with that, man. You know? Now, the fact that her crib caught on fire, it didn't burn all the way down. They got the fire truck out there and put it out. But that shit, I laugh at it now because I understand spiritually. I understand spiritually, man. That shit's crazy. You don't, thou shalt not touch thy anointed. You don't even speak verbally. You don't even speak in your mind anything towards his men. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, y'all will not. I know that similar situation happened to you. That's why I brought it up. Cause I was like, yeah, that you reminded me of it. And that shit happened to me like 6 years ago. You know? But Yahweh will, it's just the understanding of he will. The people that hate you, the people that despise you and they make your life a living hell, they put you through shit like that, he will repay them to their deeds. Trust and believe that. Our warfare is not carnal, but it's spiritual. Everything is being judged. Every single thing. You know, exactly. Not what the Lord had planned for us. If what I wanted was to be a rapper and to go on tour, I had connects all over the country, man. I had a DJ out in the Midwest. He had for me to go from, I was gonna go on a little tour from Ohio to Chicago to Milwaukee to Kentucky. You know, I was about to go and hit like 7 states in 2 weeks. We had planned it out, and I was saving up money for it. But it didn't pan out, and that's good that it didn't pan out. You know? That's good. Yeah, because I probably would have ended up in, probably not a Diddy party, but I would have ended up in the wrong situation. I would have ended up around the wrong type of people. You know what I'm saying? So, I was trying to go somewhere with music. I had connects all over the country. Texas, North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta. I gave all this shit up. LA. That's why I'm out here. You know, I had all that at my fingertips. But it wasn't what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah had planned for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Connects and all, threw it all out, and never looked back. You gotta let it all go, man. We forsaked our old life. We no longer desire that life. We no longer seek that life. That life was not beneficial to us. It was detrimental to us. What did I do in the music world? Smoked, drank, Hennessy every day, right? Just living a corrupt life. It didn't know about health. Didn't know how to take care of myself. You know? So that stronghold that I had to fight spiritually, got through it. But then you always got more strongholds that you got to fight. This is a continuous battle. And that's what it means to fight the flesh. And that's what it means that our warfare is not carnal. Because you have to fight these spiritual strongholds, these demons, these principalities that are set up to bring you down. You know what I'm saying? So, amen. Yeah, lascivious lifestyle. Exactly. And lasciviousness means greed. Greedy, insatiable. Nothing satisfies you. But Yahweh Shah told us, seek your daily bread. So that means we should be satisfied with what we get. We're not seeking 3 meals a day. That's actually detrimental to your body. You're only supposed to eat once or twice a day. 3 meals a day is overeating. That's the American society. They teach you to overeat so that your body can never rest. Right? So the American society is a lascivious type of society. All right, this will be the last precept, man. I do got to get up out of here. But the water for all the precepts. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 31. And it reads, I protest by your rejoicing, which I have in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, our Lord. I die daily. Kind, beautiful one. So we die daily, man. We examine ourselves every single day. We fix ourselves every single day. You should be looking. Did I pray enough? Did I do what I was supposed to do? Did I set out time for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? Did I study? And what am I going into right now? Am I studying? Right now, I'm going into how the colonizers colonized the Americas. And Yahweh Ratazah, after I get done doing my research, I'll start doing lessons on it next week. So, and then I'm going to set myself up to go into something else. You want to keep a studious mindset about yourself. This thing is about us, getting in order, organization. If the Father is not an author of confusion, why would you be? Your life should not be confusing. You should have a sense of order on how you do things. That's important because it makes your life flow better. These demons, they rely on that confusion and that chaos. Doesn't Esau want order out of chaos? Doesn't Esau come through? Look at what they're doing in D.C. They're creating chaos. They want chaos to be around. Okay? They create confusion. They teach you that a man should be with and a woman should be with a woman. They teach you this. That's chaos. That's confusion. That's not fruitful and multiply. That's not the first commandment. The first commandment is to be fruitful and multiply. Everything. From the roaches to the man. Right? From the littlest, from the plants. The plants drop seed. They are fruitful and multiply. Everything is supposed to repeat and bring forth new life. But Esau is the master of death, man. Oh, that's the next. Let me write that down. Don't nobody take that, man. I'm copywriting that. Esau is the master of death. That was one right there. And really, it's Yahweh who rules over him because he ordains Esau for everything. But that's the title of the lesson because Esau's purpose is what? To destroy. He is the sword, according to Psalm 17 and 13. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna wrap this up, brothers and sisters. Hey, the water for coming through for all the precepts and everything that y'all brought in support to the lesson. Salaki, if I missed anybody's precept, let me go through the comment board real quick. And the brother said, yeah, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven. Most definitely. So we got to go through much chastisement, through much persecution. We ain't just going to walk in with no ice cream and a smoothie, man. You know? We ain't just going to walk in like that. You know? Sister said, what are your thoughts on using the toaster and such on the Shabbat? To that, I would say don't be over righteous. You know what I'm saying? I would say don't be over righteous. We understand, you know, but as you grow, you know, maybe do fruits and vegetables and salad on the Shabbat. But if you know, using a toaster, it's all good. Don't be over righteous. If that's what you got, you know what I'm saying? You know, at the end of the day, we ain't gonna be over righteous. All right. So that would be my answer to that. You know. But if you can not do it, then don't do it. If you can, you know, maybe make a fruit salad or maybe just make a salad, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So use it that way. You know. Cause it's been times where like we would get food and we would be planning to cook something and we would have to cook it and it would be cooking into the Sabbath. Now, am I gonna be destroyed for that? No, that's being over righteous, man. You know what I'm saying? So, baby, like it's the Sabbath. I'll be like, oh well, yeah, just cook that real quick so we can eat. You know what I'm saying? It's common sense. All right, we ain't gonna be over righteous. We understand we in captivity. You know what I'm saying? So don't be over righteous much at the end of the day. Bring the elder up real quick. And yeah, like my rib said, guacamole and chips. Because that's what we do. And it's a part of being prepared earlier. Hey, Shalawam, Yahweh
Hey,
Shem,
brother. Yeah, how about Shem? Brakatah. Shalom, bro. What's going on?
Hey, you came up. I thought you had something to add.
Oh, well, I was going to do our boo character. I'm like, nah, I ain't going to do it, man. So
Oh,
we
yeah, I'm
talking
about
about
to
some
wrap it up.
shit.
But the
Oh,
sister had a good question about using the toaster on the Shabbat. I just said don't be over righteous. You know,
yeah, if you hunger, you can't bear that hunger and stuff, you know, just go ahead and it's okay to fix you something, man. You don't want to be over righteous, you know, having hunger pains in your stomach and, you know. But if you can hang on, hang on. But if you can't, you can't. You know, you have to remember your Yahushua in the book of Matthew. Yahushua, the disciple was gathering wheat to eat, man, on that day. You know, because they was extremely hungry, man. They couldn't bear it no more. You know, they looked for something to eat and stuff. You know, but yeah, man, don't be too over righteous and stuff, man. You know, that's what these Christians they don't understand. You know. You know, I just did a video about Christians talking about Yahushua over, no, yeah, Jesus over Moses' law. They don't understand that Yahushua and Moses on one accord, man. You know, so
Wow, who said that?
they've been saying that shit for like 2 or 3 weeks, man. Particularly on, you know, Dwayne show and stuff. You know?
That's wild.
Danny B. Danny B. You know, Moses, Jesus over Moses, Jesus over Moses. And they don't understand that you know, they don't understand that when it said we're not under the curse of law, it's talking about swift judgment. Like example, like when Jake we came out of Exodus and Jake was on the Shabbat was gathering sticks and said he wasn't about it. Yahweh about to jack up the whole camp. Another example is that when Moses, before he went to Egypt, he didn't sacrifice his son, and Yahweh about to jack him up. But Zipporah saved his life when she took that flint stone and circumcised their son, man. That's what it's talking about. Also talking about no more animal sacrifices. So that's what it's talking about. You know, you're not under the law anymore. It's not talking about you don't have to obey the law. It's just that swift judgment. That also you don't got to do it on animal sacrifices and stuff. You know. You know, that's what it's talking about, man. But they don't have an understanding of the scriptures and stuff, you know. You know, he this one is looking for us, you know where you at, you know, and everything. You got Kira, she always talking shit. His little million and everything, man. Then you had Odami on there, you know what I'm talking about, what's his name? Odami. Oldemai. Remember him, Oldemai?
Oh, Oldemai. He went up there?
Yeah, he was up there.
Man, yeah. I unfollowed him, man, because he just got a weird spirit about him. Like, I was in there one time and I saw him. And I was like, man, why you over here, man? And he was like, go up. And I was like, you full of debate, dude.
That's all he do, man. And he was like, what you think about this? Think about that. I said, why would you care damn what he think? Oh, what did you do? Then he talking about Courtney. Oh man, Courtney, okay. And we just told him that Courtney was racist and stuff, and she showed him last week. He still told, oh man, she good, man. Oh, she good. Man, yeah, Shalom, you good too, man. I'm like, man, that guy lost in the sauce, man. You know, he'll learn the hard way. Esau strung him up. Well, it'll be too late when Esau string him up and pull him on that cord, you know.
Yeah.
These guys, man. And so Domi asked, and he said, well, Hebrew is like, he said, it's like being it's like being a DEAD horse. And he said, what you think about that? He said, it's getting pretty boring and all that stuff. And he said, Dwayne, like, no, man, no, I ain't gonna stop going against them and stuff like that. Like, man, you waste your time, man.
Yeah. That's his life. That's his purpose, man.
Yeah. He think he doing good, man, but you're not. You know, then one guy going there, he was like, his name was somebody gonna go to hell. And he would come, man, these Hebrews, like, they've been a nuisance to us.
What do you do except break the scriptures down correctly?
Yeah, but remember Amos chapter 5, you know, they mad, they angry because we rebuke them at the gates, man.
Oh yeah, kind of.
You're right. So we doing a good job, man. We've been a nuisance to the 2/3 and stuff, man. You know.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah. Talking about somebody go to hell. Don't nobody go no damn hell. How come Saul didn't go to hell in 1 Samuel 16, chapter 16, verse 26 on down and stuff? Well, 28. No, 1 Samuel 28:16 on down. You know, no such thing as hell, man. And everything. Yeah. Oh, your wife said guacamole and chips. Okay. Yeah. You wanna meat for sacrifices, endure all. And stuff. Show. Okay. Yeah, man. But I'm finna go, man. I feel like you close it out.
Yeah,
So,
kind of.
I'm finna go live in a minute.
Okay, for sure. I'll catch you.
Okay, bro. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah.
All right, so with that being said, y'all, I'm going to turn to the east. All praises be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone that rule well and teach well and sincerity taught us his truth. As always, Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children. Kwam Yasharahla and Ababa Ball to this wicked kingdom. All right, may Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah destroy this bitch yesterday, man. Ate the water for every precept and all the support. And the water Zaquan for coming up here, you know what I'm saying, and breaking bread. So, hey, Shalawam, y'all. Spirit hit me. Maybe I'll go live again later on tonight. But Zaquan about to go live in a minute, so tap in. All right, Shalawam.